Thug has filed a fourth motion to be released on bond as he awaits trial in a RICO case in Georgia. The Grammy Award winner was denied bond 3 times last year as he faces gang-related charges. This as jury selection is expected to enter its 5th month in May. Criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor Bernarda Villalona joins me now for more on this. Bernarda, this could be one of the longest-running trials in Georgia history. Opening statements have yet to start, and the trial just keeps getting delayed and delayed. What's going on?
Exactly. So you have to think that at the beginning of this trial, which started in January, they expected and told the potential jurors that this trial will last anywhere between 9 to 12 months. But here we are in month 4, and we still don't have one juror. There's so much that has gone on in this case. It seems that there is no end in sight. From you having defendants that are bringing drugs into the courtroom, from an attorney unless you have brought drugs into the courtroom, from chaos and fights inside of the back having to deal with the defendants, to COVID outbreaks, to attorneys wanting to get off of the trial because it's lasting so long, to motions that haven't been decided about whether rap lyrics should be used in this trial. You name it, you got it in this trial.
Now, Bernarda, yesterday the judge was expected to decide whether rap lyrics could be used as evidence against Young Thug and his co-defendants. Now it sounds like we won't get a ruling on that until May or June. So what does the judge have to consider in this decision, and what kind of a precedent could it set?
And this is a huge problem because you would have expected that a motion like this would have heard prior to jury selection. And why is that? Because you know that this type of decision can be dispositive as to the trial itself. You have to think that if this judge allows for rap lyrics, which the prosecution is arguing is admissions as to criminal activity and admissions to be a part of this criminal organization, is allowed into evidence, it will be prejudicial to each of these defendants. And also it does set the precedent of, look, whatever happened to the First Amendment, whatever happened to artistic expression, I thought this was protected under that, but it will force the defendants to have to testify, to try to explain what they were talking about or why they made the lyrics that they did, and try to separate that from that being an admission. And that's exactly what the judge is going to have to balance. It's going to have to balance. Will it be so prejudicial that it will have to force the defendants to testify and preclude them from having a fair trial in this case? But it is going to set a standing precedent, which I think will go all the way up to the United States Supreme Court, because this is an issue that has been coming up for the past couple of years. But regardless of what he decides, the potential jury panel has already heard some of the lyrics, because in the jury instructions that were given by this judge in the indictment itself, some of these music lyrics have already been stated, and these potential jurors have heard it.
Bernarda, Young Thug's defense is also asking the court to reconsider bond, which was denied 3 times already. How do you see that playing out?
I think the judge is going to deny the bond, because you have to think, when you're dealing with Young Thug, he is the lead person in this indictment, and he's the person to have committed more heinous and most of the crime, and being labeled as the head of this criminal organization. So nothing has changed in terms of circumstances having to deal with the prior motions that have been placed before this judge. And that's what the judge is going to decide. The judge is actually just taking it under advisement. However, the one key change is that, look, this trial started in January to try to select a jury, and here we are in April, about to be in May, and we don't have one juror present.
Now, Bernarda, jury selection started in January, and as you mentioned, not a single juror, not one, has been seated yet. Why is this process taking so long, and how unusual is this?
So it is unusual. In fact, Georgia has already stated that this is the longest jury selection in the history of Georgia, having to deal with civil and criminal cases. But you got to think, the most important issue and hurdle for this trial and selecting a jury is the hardship. The hardship in the sense of that you are asking citizens from Georgia, from Fulton County, to dedicate about a year of their life to coming into court Monday through Friday, putting their life on hold, and also not making the money that they would normally make from their job in order to sit on this trial.
All right, Bernarda Villalona, always great to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos